This is a joke, man. This is a joke. What I just saw was one of the worst playoffs in NHL history. And I've just seen one of the worst finals again. Instead of having the Oilers winning the Stanley Cup, which would have been history, instead, we saw a team that I thoroughly dislike since 2023. The Florida Panthers just won the Stanley Cup. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The Florida Panthers, the team that literally ruined the Leafs' revenge tour last year. And not to mention, they won the Stanley Cup. This is beyond sickening. I wanted this to be Oilers winning the Stanley Cup. But no. They got screwed over by the refs, which may not be the reason why, but got outclassed, outplayed. This is a joke. I'm not serious. This is a joke. Never again that the Oilers had a chance, win the Stanley Cup, and they squandered it. What a joke. The Oilers came back from 3 down, and they couldn't get it done in the oh my God, what can I say? They couldn't get it done in the second and the third. Tied up, and they let the Panthers score the game-winning goal, which is kind of bogus. Because you know why? Because the Florida Panthers, they're one of those teams that just gets away with everything. They literally have the refs every time, left and right. Like I mentioned before, the Oilers don't do that. This is rigged, man. Like, are you kidding me? This is an absolute joke. Like, we had the same American teams winning the Stanley Cup in forever, 1994 through this year, and instead, it keeps going. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We're not getting a Canadian team winning the Stanley Cup? That's a joke. That's a joke. The Florida Panthers do not deserve to win the Stanley Cup. That was a Mickey Mouse kind of team that just played it simple and just got away with everything. This is literally a nightmare of a season. Wanting the Oilers to win the Stanley Cup. Yes, I said I wanted the Leafs to win the Stanley Cup too, but it didn't. That was the reason behind it, because I didn't get what I want. Instead of getting Leafs Canucks, I got Oilers Panthers, which it's not that bad. But after this, when the Oilers lost Game 7 to the Florida Panthers, this is considered number 3. Hold on. Yeah, number 3 of the worst Stanley Cup finals ever. Despite the Oilers coming back from a 3-0 deficit, and despite the Oilers Stanley Cup run. Florida had to choke in this run, and what did they do? They never looked back, and they just got away with it. Like, that's a joke. That's a nightmare. This is not this is rigged. The NHL has to do something. They rigged it. They didn't just rig it for Canadians. They rigged it for everything. And now we're just about to witness. I just witnessed the bad ending. Florida winning the Stanley Cup. They did not deserve to win the Stanley Cup. Because they have the refs every time, every game. Go back to Tampa, goalie interference. Which wasn't. Okay, there's some there and there, but that's a joke. Boston, despite me hating both teams, where I wanted both teams to lose, garbage call on Brad Marchand, which sucked. The Rangers series, don't even think about the Rangers series. And this series, unbelievable. You can't make this up, man. Well, I want the Leafs to win the Stanley Cup, and it didn't happen. Well, you say this every year. Every year you say this. No crap. I did not say this was our year from all the way. It was just from 2021 to 2024. That's it. Well, you can't make it past the first round. Bull crap. Well, sorry that your team blew it. Why do you have to hate on us? You're the reason you couldn't make it past the first round or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't even matter. It just hurts that if I wanted the Panthers to win the Stanley Cup, I would have been raging. Raging like a bull. And now this is what happens. This is a joke, man. What did I just say before? Did I want the Panthers to win the Stanley Cup? No. No. It's the last thing I want to see. This is why I hate the Florida Panthers so much. They get away with everything. They just play like it's okay, but it ain't. And I still hate the team. And I saw the team that I hate, to win the Stanley Cup. And the Leafs don't. Or the Oilers don't. That's not fair. That is beyond bizarre. What did I just witness? It's a joke. The same crap every year. The same American teams winning the Stanley Cup every year, and we don't have a Canadian team winning the Stanley Cup. That is unacceptable in the NHL. This is not the NBA. This is not the NFL. Let me take this. This is not the NFL. This is the NHL. We have Canadians and American teams. And we did get the same American teams winning the cup every year. Which sucked. If only if it was that easy. And the Oilers had a good season. Good run to the cup finals. What's the word I'm looking for? Started off 2-9-1. They were 0-3 in the series against Florida, and then came back, and they lose in a stinker. That's a joke. An absolute joke to the National Hockey League. And Gary Bettman, why did you let this thing happen again? This is your fault, Gary Bettman, and this is your fault, NHL. You should be ashamed, NHL, for letting the same American teams win the Stanley Cup every year. I'm tired of that, man. I'm sick and tired of that. And now, we head to next season, in 2025. And for God's sakes, can we have the Leafs winning the Stanley Cup? For God's sakes, can I have a Canadian team in the Toronto Maple Leafs, or the Edmonton Oilers, or the Jets, or the Canucks to win the Stanley Cup? I do not want the same American teams winning the Stanley Cup every year. I'm tired of that, man. I'm sick and tired of having to see the same American teams winning the Stanley Cup every year. And I'm not to mention, I'm tired of waiting for the Leafs to win the Stanley Cup. I know Leaf fans are tired of it too. And even Oilers fans are tired of seeing their team wait for their turn to win the Stanley Cup. This is a joke. The NHL is a joke. This is unacceptable. Nice going, NHL. You have completely rigged my bracket. You have completely ruined my scripts. And nice going, NHL. You have let the same bull crap every year. Let the same American teams win the Stanley Cup every year. This isn't fair. This is absurd. This is wrong. God damn it. I am so done with this NHL. I mean, I'm going to still watch the NHL, yes. But to see the Florida Panthers win the Stanley Cup, some freaking bull crap. Like, the Panthers don't deserve to win the Stanley Cup because they hit the referees back every time. This is a joke. I don't understand. This is a joke.